Good evening, ladies, as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena action. I'm at my girlfriend's house recording with her microphone. It seems to work. And since Rogue and Mage are both pretty recent, but it's been a while since I've done Shaman, let's do some Shaman. Alright, we're starting off with the junk rare. I hate all these. Some people swear by the Abomination, but I don't know. It's just junk. We're going to take Mana Addict. Not that excited about it. Here we will take Worrisome Ogre, because I do like that card. Flame Tongue is fantastic. This is not a great pack, but the Tiger's alright for a mid-game card. Now, this is an interesting moment. I would actually take any of these three rares over any of the three I saw in that pack, so a little bit of bad luck to start this draft. These are all good cards. I'm going to take the Mana Tide Totem, because card advantage is nice to have, and that can just overwhelm the opponent completely. I'm actually tempted by the stupid monkey, because the Flame Tongue Totem is really good with pretty much any taunt. However, we'll take Fairy Dragon to be a little bit safe, because I also need some real 2-drops. This is a nice card drawer, getting some decent card draw to start. Lightning Bolt, yes please. Now here, the Argent Squire is a good early drop. It's tempting. I could take this because it's more of like removal. I'm going to take the Blue Warrior. I like to have lots of removal. This is another junk rare pack, so any of the rares that were in this pack, I would take over any of these three rares. So the distribution's not that great, at least the Blade Master's playable, and it even works nicely with Healing Totem. Now here I'm going to do something very sad. It's always sad to pass on Argent Commander. This is removal. It can be dropped onto an empty board. It gives your deck reach, but as a Shaman you can't pass Lightning Storms because it's the only master removal you've got. Decent 4-drop or decent 5-drop is the question here. I guess I'll take the 4-drop over the 5-drop. Could live to regret that. I'm not desperate for endgame, so I'm going to take Forked Lightning here because that can be important in some cases. Now the Dark Iron Dwarf's great, but I'm not going to pass on Unbound Elemental. That card can dominate games all by itself. Second Worrisome Ogre, a little bit nervous, but obviously I cannot take a Magma Rager or a Wisp there, so that is that. And a Stoneforged Axe is very nice. That card wins games. Now I can take a second. Actually, any of these are a reasonable pick. I can take the Raid Leader because it's really good with a Shaman. You can give your totems attack values and get a little bit of extra damage through. The Unbound Elemental is just very strong, and of course Bloodlust, it's nice to have one of them in every deck. But I'll take the Unbound Elemental because it's such a strong 3-drop. Now here, I've got 2 Ogres and a Tiger. This is a sprinkling of endgame. I don't feel like I need the Stormwind Champion. I'd play with one if I had to, but I don't need to, so I'm going to take Spellbreaker instead. It's a mid-game card and the silence can be nice. This is junk. This is junk. Loot Hoarder it is. Legendary! Look at that. Well, balls. So, Captain Greenskin, unless I get it with the Stoneforged Axe in play, is not that great. Even then, it's not, like, phenomenal by any means. So it's like most of the time just a 5-4 for 5, which is lame. Now these guys are kind of expensive. Alakir the Windlord is one of the most famously hated legendaries. Unless you can combo it with a Rockbiter weapon, it's just a Sen'jin Shield Master that has a Divine Shield, Charge, and Wind Fury. And Wind Fury is not that great when you've only got 5 health and 3 attack. So, kind of tempted by the Gruul actually, just because it's a big honkin' thing. But we'll take the Windlord because he gives reach to the deck in a way that the Gruul does not. Ugh. Well, Farseer it is. Okay, second Loot Hoarder, I suppose is what's happening here. Now here, this might seem crazy, but I am going to take the Monkey because I have like no taunt in this deck. So I'm going to take it even though the other cards are decent. Second Stormforged Axe, you know, I believe the verdict is in that 2 Stormforged Axes is good. Bloodlust or Stormwind Knight. Man, I just don't feel that confident about Bloodlust at the moment. I'm going to take Stormwind Knight, it's such a good 4-drop, and I could use a few more in that area. Lightning Bolt or War Golem, I'm not desperate for endgame, especially because I've got 2 Ogres and a Windlord, so we'll take Lightning Bolt here. I see the Warden there. If it were Ascension, I might actually consider it, but as a Warden, it's kind of lame. Well, we'll take Spell Damage. I know the Argent Squire is tempting, but I think Spell Damage would be nice to have with all these Lightning Bolts, Lightning Storms, etc., etc. Don't need any more 3-drops, so we'll take the Infiltrator so we can have some turn 1 plays. We'll take some more Spell Damage in the Geomancer, and what's our last pick? Something big. Well, I'd rather, this is offensive, this is defensive. I'd rather have the defense, especially because it costs 1 mana less. And for my tastes, I have a fair amount of endgame. I wouldn't say too much, but I've got 3 6-drops, 2 Ogres and a Sunwalker, and then Alakir the Windlord. Not my first time playing with Alakir the Windlord. He was actually one of the first, if not the first, legendaries that I ever opened in a pack, and I have played with him in the arena as well, so he and I have seen some good times together, and some mediocre times, and actually some crappy I'm going to take you out of my deck now times, because he's not that great of a card. Although, I believe there are some metagame decks now, some top-tier constructed decks that run him. I just wasn't able to make him work. I think if he cost 7 mana, it would be just that much easier to play him in like a Flame Tongue and a Rockbiter or something, and pull out some crazy combos, but as it is, he's just not that great. Hiyuri the Hunter, my last run was kind of funny. I won't spoil it. I'll just say that like in all the run, I only played like a small subset of the classes in the game. Hunter was not one of the classes I played against, so it's nice to see one here, even though they can be obnoxious to play against. Got a couple of 3-drops, so it's a good thing that I am second, so I can play one of these on turn 2. This is a good second player curve. Forked Lightning, though, I don't know, may or may not happen anytime soon. And I don't mind that. I mean, the later in Forked Lightning is one of those weird cards. Costs 1 mana, but the later in the game it happens, the better it is, you know. Alright, well, here we have a Pyromancer. Got a couple of different options. I could just make a totem and wait for Forked Lightning next turn, or I can do what I'm gonna do, which is point into the elemental. This threatens to kill this guy. Now, sure, any spell will deal damage to this, and then the Pyromancer can trade for it, but I want to put some pressure on him. Maybe he doesn't have a spell, you know, maybe he doesn't have a way to buff that up. Gotta keep asking your opponent questions, because eventually they might not have the answers. And indeed, he does not have an answer, he just has a Harvest Golem. Now, this is a partial answer to the situation. Partial because, you know, once I kill the Pyromancer, the Golem can step up to finish the job. However, I will play the Dumb Monkey here, so that stops the Golem from trivially killing the Unbound Elemental. Now, a multi-shot here would be good. It would finish off the Elemental, damage the Monkey enough that the Golem could kill it, and the Golem kills it, and the Golem would still live. That would be his whole turn. Then I'd play the Stormwind Knight, kill the Golem, but only the first iteration, so the second Golem would still be there. This guy would be a 2-3. It'd be a complicated situation. Lots of stuff going on in that case. He had a multi-shot right here. But he doesn't have a multi-shot, he just plays a Chillwind Yeti, which is also good. He just keeps playing basically top-of-the-line creatures, which is a good way to be. What do we do here? Well, I don't really have much by way of answers to these creatures. That is a fact. So I'm actually tempted by Forked Lightning. I could play like Blade Master Forked Lightning. This would become a 3-2. That doesn't really help. That actually doesn't help at all. Well, it could then trade with the Yeti. Okay, we'll do it. I'm not going to fish for spell damage. We'll just do Forked Lightning, like so. Trade this in for the Yeti, like so. Scoop the Monkey into the Harvest Golem, like so. And then so next turn I have only 3 mana, which is awkward. I'd like to have 4 so I could play this guy. I can't even like play both of these. I can just play one of them. It's a pretty awkward situation, but getting rid of a Chillwind Yeti seemed like it was worth it, and this Monkey will still finish off the Golem, leaving me with this guy. Now, if he has another good creature to play, he's played top-tier creatures. He's played a 3-2 on turn 2, Harvest Golem on turn 3, Yeti on turn 4. So it's about as good as it gets, creature-wise. He's played top-tier creatures, and my deck without any hexes is going to have a little bit of a tough time beating decks that just play creatures. Now, finally, he skips a beat. He just plays a trap, and then steady shots. Unfortunately, I also am skipping a beat because of my overload. Well, let's check what trap this is. Probably freezing trap? No, it's an explosive trap. Wow, he was bluffing me or something, or just playing badly. I don't know. But I've been told playing explosive traps when your opponent has a 4-3 on the board and nothing else is a pretty bad move. Yeah, it's a pretty good military rhyme. So next turn we will have 6 mana for the Ogre. Rifleman is decent here, but the Loot Hoarder can kill it now if he doesn't get rid of the Loot Hoarder. But he will get rid of the Loot Hoarder, so this guy is going to be here to stay. And give me a card at least. Do you play the Ogre here? I don't want to play the Ogre right into... Yeah. What I'm going to do here is Stormforged Axe to kill that guy. Or this to kill... Well, no, I don't want to play this to kill that guy, then the Eagle Horn Bow. Yeah, let's do this. I'm going to play this Fairy Dragon. Snackety-dackety. Now, he's demonstrated several turns not having multi-shots. If he uses this to kill one of my creatures, the other one should live. And then next turn I can play the Ogre or Tiger plus Stormforged Axe, depending on the situation. Lightning Storm could have actually been an Argent Commander, which I would much rather have in my hand right now. Storm Suck Commando, well that seals the deal. Seals the deal. I am not a super big fan of hitting this with a Stormforged Axe, because I'm against a Hunter, I'm pretty low, and I have no health gain in this deck apart from Earthling Farseer, but, well, this is a key turn, because next turn I can play Ogre, and then I can play an Ogre after that, so if this Tiger can deal with whatever he plays, I'm in really good shape, but if he Deadly Shots this and plays a big 5-drop, I'm in pretty bad shape. He has an Ogre. Well, balls. Balls! I don't like the fact that this Ogre's gonna hit me. Am I gonna get a taunt? No, I'm not. Well, this sucks. I could flip for a taunt totem. The odds of that are small. Alright, we're gonna do this. I don't like what I'm about to do, but we're gonna do it. I'm gonna actually hit myself here, because if a creature's gonna hit you anyway, you might as well kill it. I'm dead in 5 turns to steady shot. And it's going to be a little while for me to kill him. I have to play the other Ogre, start hitting him. He's got 4 cards still. I'm actually probably going to lose this game. If he has kill commands or arcane shots or any sort of charge creature, it's just over. I did my best, but his creatures were just too good, and my removal, well, wasn't in my hand. I had a Forked Lightning and a Lightning Storm, but the Lightning Storm was inapplicable. I needed a Hex is what I needed, but I didn't see any Hexes in the draft, so I'm just always going to suffer against Worrisome Ogres when I'm behind on the board. That was an annoying game to lose. I feel like he played pretty badly with that explosive shot nonsense. Yeah, here we go.
We must cleanse
Here we go.
the
So he's just gonna hit me in the face and try to burn me out. Yeah, so I'm dead in a couple of turns. Oh, look at that. Well, I mean, yeah, let's do this thing. Winds obey my command. So we're going to hit him in the face, hit him in the face, hit him in the face, and hit him in the face. I don't know how I'm actually going to win this game. For starters, if he has kill command arcane shot, he wins right now on the spot. Or silence, he wins on the spot. Really, any way to remove this, he wins on the spot. This ogre doesn't deal enough damage to kill him. I can get him into 2 if he plays no taunt and doesn't get rid of the ogre and doesn't kill me, but I still need 2 more damage, which I would have to top deck. Otherwise, he just wins with steady shots, because he steady shots me this turn and the next turn, and if I don't try my Farseer or a way to kill him, I lose. But I do have some lightning bolts in the deck. No fire elementals. Man, no Hex and no fire elemental. What a sad day. Alright, so he kills my guy. Hunter's Marks. Ah, that's not good. A Mad Bomber. Alright. Well, I get super lucky with that Mad Bomber. It neither hits my ogre nor me. Can I get a card that let me kill? Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm going to win this game. That was ridiculous. Well, I'm not going to lie, folks. I'm not going to lie. I got very lucky that game. Although, I think my opponent didn't need to give me as many chances to get lucky as he did. He wasted an explosive trap for absolutely no reason. And what else did he do? There was something else he did that I thought was questionable. I guess nothing else. I guess he just played really good creatures. Maybe he didn't play that badly apart from the explosive trap. But anyway, that was one thing he could have done differently. Could have played the explosive trap later, might have done more good for him. But yeah, he had Harvest Golem, Chillwind Yeti, Boulder Fist Ogre. I mean, he just had really great stuff. No Vindus, another hunter. Well, when it rains, it pours. This is an interesting opening hand with Kobold Geomancer and Forked Lightning. I can kill a pair of 3 toughness minions on turn 3. I am going to go for that, otherwise we'll just be playing totems. Spellbreaker could have been a Stormwind champion. Obviously, I'm glad it isn't. Boulder Fist Ogre coming a little bit early to the party. By the way, observe how in that game, because I had the Tiger, 2 Ogres, and then Alakir, I was really thwarted from being able to play things because my hand was so expensive. So, you know, that's why, even with just like a few expensive cards in the deck, even just a scattering, I was kind of in trouble. So why did I make a totem instead of the Geomancer to kill this? Well, I'm planning to use Forked Lightning early on since I don't have anything to do for a while, quite frankly. There's nothing to do. He leaves my spell damage totem alive, which to me suggests he is a bit of a new player. Usually you don't want to leave that thing alive. Now do I play the stupid monkey or the Dalaran Mage? Let's go for the stupid monkey. See if this is a snipe. It isn't. So most likely freezing trap. I just assume. I don't know why he'd play an explosive trap there instead of steady shotting. Let's see what he wants to do. He's already used the coin to play this. He actually played this with the coin and then trapped on turn 2. I think that's a mistake. I think he should have just passed on turn 1, played the panda on turn 2, and held on to that. Coin. Gonna kill command my monkey, and then run the panda into it. Fine. Alakir the Windlord loves to show up for a party. Well, let's play Dalaran Mage, I guess. Can't Fork Lightning because he's only got 1 minion on the field, but this does deal 4 hilarious damage. So it can kill some 4-drops, but not things like a Violet Teacher, Senjin, or a Yeti. Or a Shield Bearer, for that matter. He's gonna hit my face. So the question is, do I check for Freezing Trap on this turn? I don't want to play this because I actually would like to play an Ogre next turn. I will check for Freezing Trap. It's Snake Trap, that's bad. That's pretty bad. There is no overstating how bad that is. Now he's got just a ton of power, so I'm going to play my Ogres, but it really makes no difference. I need to play this just to get a body on the ground, although I'm really not thrilled about the fact that this Candace can actually get to kill my Spellbreaker. Oh my god, Snake Trap. It was really bad for me. I should have played Forked Lightning. Yep. If I had played Forked Lightning, I would have been totally fine. I would have just killed the Shield Bearer and the Panda. Yeah, I wouldn't have played the Ogre next turn. Ah, the stupid expensive stuff. Why? I only have like 4 expensive cards in the deck. Actually, I only have 4 cards that are 6 mana or more, and I drew all 3 of them. Or 3 out of the 4. That's really bad. So he plays Unleash the Hounds. Here's where I could use some Lightning Storm. Forked Lightning is just a terrible card now. He actually wastes a Hound, which is a mistake. He could have run a Snake into something first, and he could have gotten his full complement of Hounds. So he wasted a Hound for absolutely no reason, which is great, I suppose. He's going to hit me in the face. It looks like he's trying to burn me out, which I can't blame him. I'm already down so low. I mean, he needs to push a little bit more, and it's pretty much over. Well, got to keep on trucking here. I'm going to play the Ogre, kill off his highest damaging creature. Hope for the best. So I'm down to 13, down to 11, and he's at full health, and he's got a full bunch of cards. This is bad. Let's just hope my Ogres can get the job done, I suppose. Next turn I can Ogre and Forked Lightning. Not that Forked Lightning's that great with all this junk on the table, but maybe he'll throw a Snake at my Dalaran Mage. And my Ogre can kill something, and then Forked Lightning will actually be good. We'll see. This thing could have been killed on turn 2, but because he didn't kill it on turn 2, he has dealt 3 extra damage to me, which could help. He has another Unleash the Hounds. Ah, Jesus. What are you going to do when you don't have a Lightning Storm? Man, I wish I could have last game's Lightning Storm right now. So he just sends everything at my face now. I'm pretty much dead. Unless I get Lightning Storm, like, right now. Because I don't have any taunt. Oh, this is such a dumb game. Sunwalker? Well, it'll have to do. It'll have to do. So we kill this, I guess. Kill... oh, whatever. Lightning. Hounds. Another hound, sure. Turn, so I'm dead in 5 turns to Steady Shot. I might be able to kill him faster than that. I can play an Ogre and then Windlord. Might be able to kill him faster than 5 turns. And he might not be Steady Shotting every turn either. So we'll see. Got a Bodyguard, that's okay. I'm alright with that. Bodyguard and Steady Shot 3 is getting that damage through. Farseer would be good. Lightning Storm would still be good, actually. It would pretty much clear his board. Gonna pop a Divine Shield with the Snake so that the Booty Bay kills my Sunwalker. All very fair and sensible. And I've got 6 mana to work with. That's a little bit too little, a little bit too late. Gonna play another Ogre. Throw the Booty Bay like so. I'm gonna kill... you know, I'm gonna hit him in the face. I have to get damage through. I just have to start getting damage through, even though it's very risky leaving him with minions. Gotta get damage through. So I've got 6, 12, 16 plus 6 is 22 damage next turn. Or I can play the Flame Tongue, hope it lives, and then play this with the Flame Tongue and deal 10 damage in 1 turn. That might be my better play. He plays a couple of taunts and still has enough damage left over to Steady Shot. Man, I left over to Steady Shot, so now I'm in great trouble. I'm at 4 health. At this point, a kill command pretty much wins him the game. Still could do Lightning Storm. Had it last game, and when I didn't need it, and of course this game I need it, and I don't have it. Story of my goddamn life. No! I take it all back. There's Lightning Storm. So we're going to do this. So he gets buffed up. Going to Lightning Storm. Gotta admit, that was pretty lucky. And that Lightning Storm. I could still lose the game, FYI, pretty easily. He only needs just a couple of damage. But he is dead next turn. If he doesn't kill me with a couple of Arcane Shots or Beast plus Kill Command or Silence plus whatever. Animal Companion, please don't be the pig. It's not the pig, thank God. So Kill Command still wins him the game though, because this is a Beast. Does he have a Kill Command? He does not have a Kill Command miraculously. Wow. Well, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, that doesn't actually kill him. What? That's what I mean. I'm gonna be honest. Those were 2 extremely lucky games against those hunters. So, I don't know. I've won 2, but those were very, very close and insanely lucky. I mean, if it weren't for that top deck Lightning Storm, I was gonna lose. So, thanks for watching. Please like and or subscribe, and we'll see if my luck continues or if I can maybe stop playing against hunters. Take care, folks.